Hey, Athol, Idaho is what we're talking about today. Guys, Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, Hayden, they're wonderful places, but they are getting busy. So we're heading 25 minutes north of Coeur d'Alene to show you this very special place that is the ideal North Idaho lifestyle area, but it's not for everyone. So I need you to watch this video to decide if Athol, Idaho is a place that you can live. Let's go. Hello and welcome to another episode of Living Life in North Idaho. My name is Trent, and if this is your first time to the channel and you're interested in knowing more about what it's like living, eating, working, playing, buying real estate here in Idaho, then this is the channel for you. Make sure you tap the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so every time I come out with a new video, you get notified. And guys, I've said it before and I'm gonna keep saying it. Every single day I have people just like you that have been watching the channel and they're interested in knowing more about what it's like living in Idaho, or they've decided Idaho's the place for them. They've been reaching out to us to help them get moved here. We absolutely love it. So if this is you and you're interested in knowing more about what it's like, or you're ready to get moved to Idaho, reach out with a phone call, text, or email, day, nights, weekends. It doesn't matter. We love helping people get moved to this awesome place. So guys, Athol, Idaho. Why would they name it that? I have no idea. There's some places up here that are kind of tongue-in-cheek, like there's a place called Hope, and then up further north is Beyond Hope. So sometimes the names get made and it makes people laugh. I'm not sure if that was the intention behind this, but yeah, it's always been kind of a joke up here in North Idaho. Athol. All right, so Athol, Idaho. Why am I doing a video on Athol, this small little town in North Idaho with less than 800 people? Well, like I said, Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, even Sandpoint, they are getting busier. There's more and more people moving there. And so places like Athol are becoming more rare and more valued. And a lot of people are looking for places like this. The fact is that Athol has always been known as a more rural, smaller town. It's the place that people would go and move. They wanted to live on acreage, be outside of town, but not so far that it's a day trip to go to Costco. You're only 25 minutes north of Coeur d'Alene, and you're just 30 minutes south of Sandpoint. Now, what I personally really like about Athol is you are butted up against the mountains, and the mountains are public land. So yes, you can come out here and get your 5 acres, but just drive a few minutes and you are on thousands of acres of public land. You're right next to Lake Pend Oreille, and you're also very close to a major state park known as Farragut State Park. I'm going to talk more about that here in a minute. Now, before I get too far into this video, I want to talk about who would be a good fit for Athol, Idaho, and who wouldn't. Like I said, Athol, Idaho is known as a rural place in North Idaho, and quite a bit of North Idaho is known as rural, but this place is good for someone who still wants to be close to town, but wants to have their acreage. Most of the homes out here, even if it is a planned development, are on at least an acre, 5 acres, some of them 20 acres, not a planned development obviously, but a lot of the properties are on acreage. You are going to have a lot of wildlife that comes into the area. We're talking about bears, we're talking about moose, elk, tons of deer and turkey. You've got foxes, you can have wolves and cougars, all types of wildlife. Even though you're just 25 minutes outside of Coeur d'Alene, you're still very much so in the wilderness out here. And you can really tell, if you've never been to a place like this, you might not know what I'm talking about, but just getting outside, like if I was to step outside right now, you can just smell the nature.
Nature smells great.
I'm not kidding. It's very distinct. So for somebody who doesn't really like wildlife or it freaks them out, this is not going to be a good place. Even if you are within the very small city, you're still gonna have wildlife out here. Now, if you're a sportsman, you like to go out hiking, you like side-by-sides and dirt bikes, you like to go hiking, fishing, hunting, all of the outdoor stuff, this is a perfect place. You just have a few minute drive to get to the southern end of Lake Pend Oreille, which is Idaho's biggest lake, 63 miles long. You have access to Farragut State Park, which is 4,000 acres. And actually, I'm gonna talk about, I said I was gonna talk about that more. I might as well because I'm driving right by it. This used to be a military base back in World War II. And so as you explore this park, or if you go out and you play with, or you play the disc golf that's out here, you're gonna see the foundations of the buildings that were here during World War II. It's actually really, really cool. So yeah, anything you wanna do, you wanna hunt, you wanna fish, you wanna hike, you wanna ride sports bikes, side-by-sides, you can absolutely do that out here. It's perfect for that. Also, before I forget, Farragut State Park is huge for campers. There's 223 individual campsites, 10 cabins, and 7 group camps. There's also a place for people to fly their remote controlled airplanes. That's really big out here. And they have equestrian facilities. So if you like to horseback ride, you have a horse, you can bring it out here and ride trails all over the 4,000 acres. It's a really, really beautiful place. I will tell you though, for the weather, this is in the snow belt. So when Post Falls, Coeur d'Alene don't have snow on the ground, there's a good chance in the wintertime, you're gonna have snow here in Athol. During the summertime, we do get temperatures that are above 100 degrees. And I don't know why. Every time I come to this area in the summer, it feels even hotter and even drier. Not sure why that is, but it definitely, I feel it. I feel it, and I think you will too. You can get a lot of dust out here. If you have allergies, you can be quite sensitive to it. So again, wonderful spot for a lot of people, but it's definitely not for everybody. Now, my absolute favorite thing about this area is the access to the mountains. You go up off of Bunko, there's a parking lot right there, and you can either park your truck and take your side-by-side or dirt bikes way up into the mountains, go on the service trail roads, or you just go onto the dirt road and go back miles and miles and miles. There's Gold Creek Lodge that's up there. Last year, my son and I went and stayed out there. We rented a couple of dirt bikes, stayed in the yurt, and honestly had one of the best weekends of our lives. He already bought a dirt bike. He wants me to go and buy one, and he wants to go do it again. So having access to something like that is truly incredible. Also, those Forest Service roads, they can take you all the way into Montana. They interconnect, they go for miles and miles and miles, and it's really awesome. You also have access to Bayview, Idaho, which is a really small little lake town on Lake Pend Oreille. It's just nestled in between the mountains. You have some smaller properties, you have lakefront properties, you even have homes that are built on the water. They're lake houses, and some of them are so unique they've been in magazines. So you really have a lot of variety when it comes to lake access, mountains, and forests. Now, even though you are outside of Coeur d'Alene that gets a lot of tourists, Athol does see a lot of tourists in the summertime. Tens of thousands of people. Luckily, they're mostly sticking to Silverwood. Silverwood is our most popular theme park in the area. Really, it's the only theme park in the area. They have really good rides, really cool roller coasters. The theme is basically like the old Western, but a while back they added this really awesome water park. And I'm serious, like I'm 37 years old. I enjoy it. I like taking my kids out there. It's a lot of fun. We usually go and do the water park first, and then in the last half of the day, we go and get dry doing the roller coasters. It is a ton of fun. Tickets can be a little bit pricey. They're about $62 per person, cheaper for a kid. But what's great is I feel like Silverwood really honors the locals who've been here a long time and does a season pass rate for like $221 a year. And trust me, if you live in this area, if you like theme parks, you're definitely gonna want to use the season pass. And you can even get a gold pass. I think it's about $700, but you can bring a person with you for free. So there's a lot of people that like to do that up here. Silverwood is a really awesome addition to this area. It's been here since I moved here, and they just continue to grow it. They continue to add awesome roller coasters, so it is a lot of fun. We have a lot of single engine pilots that live up here. So there are 2 private airports in this area. One of them is Hackney and the other one is Western Spur. They are non-towered, but for any of my pilots out there that have single engine planes, it really doesn't get better than this. Check out this sunset. I mean, I've been here 31 years. These sunsets never get old, and I swear they get more beautiful every single year. Now, in the city of Athol, again, it's only 0.79 square miles, so it's very small. There's not a lot of businesses. You do have a grocery store. It's a newer Super One Foods that was built a few years ago. You have Sweet Lou's Restaurant, which is a more mainstream restaurant. But other than that, it's mostly just smaller cafes, some taverns, older salons. There's a daycare, stuff that's been here quite a while. Now, there's definitely going to be some growth. There's more people moving out here. There are new buildings being put in. In fact, right now I'm looking at Northwest Family Medicine. That looks brand spanking new. I don't even know if they're open. Actually, it does look like they're open. So yeah, it is a developing area, but again, it's a very small town. So most of this place is going to be the rural homes out on acreage with property. Now, I'm sure some of you are wondering, what is it going to cost to buy a property out there, Trent? I'm interested. Well, before I tell you that, just remember, a lot of the homes out here are on acreage. They are beautiful, big homes, lots of property butting up against public land, close to a lake. So, median home price, $760,000. I know some of you are gasping for air right now and you're glad you're sitting down because you would have fainted. But remember, people are paying $1 million+ for a small apartment in some cities, all for the location. So with $760,000, you really do get more for what you're paying for. You're getting land, you're getting the wildlife, you're getting nature, close to lakes, state parks. I mean, it really is a special place. So yes, the price does seem kind of steep, but you really do get a lot for what you pay for. So to recap, Athol, Idaho, less than 800 people in the city. The city is 0.79 square miles, very small. It does span further than that. It's just more rural with properties. The schools located over in Spirit Lake with the Timber Lake, Lakeland School District. You have home prices at a median price of $760,000. You have Lake Pend Oreille, which is the largest lake in North Idaho at 63 miles. You have Farragut State Park, which is 4,000 acres of camping and biking and hiking. You have Chico Mountain. You have the mountains all around you, which is public land. Miles and miles of Forest Service roads that can take you way up into the mountains, even all the way into Montana. All the hunting, fishing, hiking you can ask for. Beautiful custom-built homes on acreage, 25 minutes north of Coeur d'Alene, 30 minutes south of Sandpoint. I think that summarizes it all. Let me know if I missed something in the comments, and let me know if this is a place that you could see yourself living. And of course, if you are serious about getting moved to Idaho, or you just have more questions about what it's like moving here, you're trying to decide if this is the right place for you, reach out with a phone call, text, email, day, nights, weekends. It does not matter. Thank you for watching this video. Until the next one, I'll see you later.